That is probably the worst thing to do as an artist. And you think TikTok and stuff like that's arrived, so yeah, you can definitely see why they're getting shorter. They just need that punchline, that diversity to jump into another genre and to get more gigs. Shorts, who could be the first YouTube short sensation? It could be you. Guys, what's going on? This is Musician Family Man. I'm Jay. I also go by Kid B. That's my alias as an artist. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, click that subscribe button. Click the like button if you like this video too. This is for you, the audience, today. Today we're looking at the best music trends. I'm going to offer my input on what is going on in the music business. First of all, though, I would like to give a big shout out to Terrell. I'm going to put a little clip of her music because she's fantastic. She's a great singer and she guessed the answer right on the last video, which was Shania Twain, obviously. Still the one. So here's a little bit, Terrell.
I didn't know that I was starving till I tasted you.
Epic love. I want to give a big shout out to you as well. Every couple of days he seems to kick out videos. The guy's very resilient, kicking videos out every couple of days. He does some amazing covers, amazing gospel covers. Here's a little clip of him because he also got the answer right. His energy is incredible, he's a great performer, and I'm glad to have you on my channel, bro. So respect and well done for getting it right. There's always going to be a Q&A question in the comments, so don't forget to go down there and I'll give you a shout, I'll give your channel a shout, I'll give you some love. So one of the trends is that songs keep getting shorter. All music tracks seems to be getting shorter. We don't know if it's streams, we don't know what's going on. My opinion would be is that if it's a good song and you've got good elements in there that keep the listener, like your YouTube, that keep the listener enticed, I think it doesn't matter. But the average song is getting shorter. So obviously that's something as a musician to take into 2021. And you think TikTok and stuff like that's arrived, so yeah, you can definitely see why they're getting shorter. They just need that punchline that just gets them a TikTok video or launches their song. So yeah, I can see that, and I can see that being a good trend in 2021 as well as it's been in 2020. Looking at YouTube Shorts is on the horizon. That's what I wanted to bring to your attention. YouTube Shorts hasn't took off massively, and it's not even properly, officially out in UK or America yet. So that's something to look at. YouTube Shorts. Who could be the first YouTube Short sensation? It could be you. It says also the trends for 2020 are that genres are becoming a thing of the past. And you could see that with Little Nas this year, Old Town Road, like mixing that country and hip-hop vibe. I think everybody knew genres were always a thing of the past because there's that much variety going around these days, isn't there? You know, you look at artists like Sam Smith, who's just brought his album out the other week, Love Goes, and that's got a variety of hits on it, you know, house, hip-hop, you know, and ballads, you know, so I agree with that. To me, I already knew that genres were a thing of the past. There's so many mixed genres. Like, it was weird growing up in the 90s because, well, what I saw in the 90s was just set, I mean, there was alternatives and stuff like that, but there was a lot less stuff. It was quite basic in the 90s, and everything is mixed. It has been mixed genre for a while. So, but it's obviously something to look at. If you're an artist and you do guitar songs all the time, it might be nice to throw a bit of hip hop in there. You know, in my opinion, you know, throw that in there. Do mix it up a bit, yeah. You know, don't just do one genre. I think it's always good to do that. And not only that, you can look at other things. Like, for example, if you live where I live in York, they're always looking for acoustic artists. They're actually just literally full of those sort of artists. And if that's your kind of thing, then work towards that. But obviously I'm a hip-hop pop guy, so like fitting into that scene and getting gigs locally is quite challenging. But I have acoustic tracks ready, so it gives me that diversity to jump into another genre and to get more gigs. And getting more gigs is obviously what a musician wants, isn't it? But, you know, you see what I'm saying with this. The 80s. Oh, man, the 80s are back. Talk of the weekend about Miley Cyrus. But it's not the 80s as we remember it. They've got the synths and all that, but they're a lot more crisper than they were in the 80s. You didn't have the technology we got today. Not only that, more vibing. Like, everything is more synchronized. I'm not saying it wasn't in the 80s, it's just more flowy, and music has adapted. You can't just come and bring out an 80s tune. That is probably the worst thing to do as an artist. Say, oh, this 80s trend's wicked, and then, you know, not actually get anything from the trend, because you can't just make an 80s track and then like, oh yeah, that's going to fit to today's genre. No, it has got to keep up with the modern element. Think Bruno Mars, Uptown Funk, how amazing that track was. It had that old sort of flavour. jazzy sort of stuff. Obviously, physical sales are down in the music industry this year. I can't get my words out, I swear to God. HMV, we're seeing the fall of that. We're seeing the fall of music sales in general, physical sales, aren't we? Because that's just the game now. You know, it's streaming. It's streaming. Get on the streaming game. If you're one of these guys who sits at home and hands out CDs, you're doing it wrong. And I've been one of those guys. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing to do. If you wanted to do it as a hobby, that's completely fine. But if you're serious and you're serious about your music, get on the Spotify's, get on that stuff, because that's what it's all about. And you can go home and cry like a little baby. I don't care. That is what it's all about. That's all the sales these days, and that's just the way it's going. And we know that, and you should know that. And if you don't, and if you're serious, get on it. The growing industry of live streaming, not just streaming, live streaming as well, because it also says here in these music trends that a lot of artists are wanting to connect with the audience more, to find out who they are in real life. I mean, if we just go off artists for just a second, look at Will Smith. He's massive on YouTube and he's always kicking out videos. That's because he's into that sort of thing and he wants people to get to know him. And I feel like I already know Will Smith. I really do. That's one of the people that I do feel like I know. And when you know somebody, you connect with them a lot more. KSI, need I say more? Really massive. He's massive YouTuber and now he's massive, amazing artist. And he's just known everywhere. He's just growing and growing, and if you're not doing that, do it, because you're wasting your time not reaching out. You know, getting to know somebody on a personal level is way more better than just listening to the music. To summarise everything up today, like we're looking at going into 2021, music obviously it's going to get. I don't think it will get much shorter. We can't get too silly till we're at a point where we're doing 1 minute a track. That'd be just silly. For me personally, it's about content. If you can create a song, if you know where a song's going, you're going to skip tracks and all the rest of it. But if a song really entices you and surprises you, I can't remember. I listened to a song and it's Billboard, and it was only a couple of weeks ago. But it had a bit of singing, a chorus, and then rap. And I know that's been done many times before, but we usually see like, you know, your chart hits will be, you know, verse, chorus, verse, rap, breakdown, then back to your verse. And it's like, that really took me off guard. So that's something to look out for as well. That trend of just being like, you know, see it as a YouTube thing. See it as like audience retention. We need to keep the audience enticed, whether it's through the music video or through your music. Like music, obviously, preferably we're talking about. And it's just jumping to that and having those bits like, whoa, where did that come from? And like, you know, it's what surprises have we got next? That's what keeps you enticed. So like shortening your tracks is well and good, especially for TikTok and if you want to make these sort of dances and stuff like that. But I think, you know, it's all about content. It really is. Let's go. I'm just going to review these other ones. Genres we've already covered, and they have been a thing of the past for a long time. We're crossing over. You know, people still do 90s music. They do 80s. It really set a standard. Did the 90s music, and we all know that. And to mix it all in, and well, they all did. All the decades have made an impact on music. But you know what I'm saying? Nothing's out of bounds, and you can experiment and try different things because it pays off, as we've seen with people like Little Nas. The 80s, they're obviously back. We talked about that. 80s are coming back, but you got to be sharp. You can't just do an 80s tune and expect it to pay off, because people will think they're listening to the 80s track and they'll be like looking for an 80s playlist. How can I find it on this playlist or what have you? And that fits in with that, but you got to keep it modernised. Chuck a bit of rap in there, you know. Make those beats nice and crisp. Make the synths nice and, you know, nice sounding. Make that flow nice and good. Physical sales, we all know they're gone, and if you haven't gotten to the streaming shit, do it. Simple. The technology is changing music, and obviously people are connecting with YouTubes. Find a platform though. Find a platform that's good for you. I'm gonna do a video about platforms as a musician. I'm gonna put the card here once I've done the video, because I think it's going to be really helpful to people if they want to start as online as a musician. But it's like this, and at the moment, artists, rappers, producers, musicians, whatever, it's a good time. You know, streaming, anything can take off. It's all about content. It's all about putting it out. It's all about getting in people's face. But you know, you can kiss goodbye to everything now, because it's streaming, and that's the way it's going. and that's music right now. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments too. I want to know what trends, what you think makes a good artist these days, and what trends you think will kick off in 2021. And will we get shorter music? I personally don't think so, but everyone's entitled to their own opinion, and I want your thoughts on it. I want you to not only just help yourselves and help me, is help other people, and that's what it's all about. So let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching, musician family, man. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button if you haven't done so, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.